Assuming he was after the same thing as everyone else that had approached me, I replied, "Well, I'm doing well. Listen, man, I'm sorry, but I don't have any money." And then began his tirade. "What the hell are you thinking about, motherfucker? I didn't ask you for no money. I said, how's it going? I didn't mention a damn thing about no money. Why are you stereotyping and thinking I want money?" "Whoa, man, chill out." Our initial dialogue was so overwhelming that I thought he was kidding. "I promise you I'm not stereotyping. It's just that..." "It's just that what, motherfucker?" He cut me off. "It's just that what? You see me come up here and try to talk to you and you think I want money? Is that it?" Some of his friends sitting across the street in front of the gas station were really excited about my appearance in their neighborhood. Country comes to town. They decided the time was right for them to chime in. "Get him, D! Get that motherfucker! He ain't got nothing on you!" Their words were still echoing in my head as I weighed my options. I could unleash my fury and start pounding him, which appeared to me at the time, and even more so now, both unintelligent and unlikely. My story could well have ended on page 6. Or I could try to reason with him. "Easy. D. Listen, buddy." Realizing the seriousness of the situation, I was almost pleading. "I promise you I'm not stereotyping. 3 guys have already asked me for money tonight, and I just wanted to let you know up front that I didn't have any." He didn't seem to care. He began to circle me like a lion preparing to pounce on his prey. His face was fuming and his mouth was foaming. I stood up to take defense. He couldn't wait for me to say the wrong thing, but I wasn't going to. "Check this out, D," I said, trying to reason with him, and quick. "My pockets are a little light right now, but the next time I come up this way, I can assure you that my wallet will be fat, and we'll go get something to eat." My attempt at reasoning was simply fueling his fire. "You don't get it. I don't want your friggin' money, you—" As if I was being dealt my lone get-out-of-jail-free card, I spotted the bus coming down the street. It was the most reassuring sight throughout the course of my experience in Charleston. Was I scared to fight D? No. Was I scared to fight D on that side of town? Damn right. My impending battle with D ended just as swiftly as it had begun. The bus slowed to a stop in front of us as I was trying to prolong our encounter with small talk. Another 30 seconds and my night would have taken a very dramatic turn. I hopped on the bus as D hollered behind me, "Make sure you bring some money next time." I was the only person on the bus, which turned out to be the number 10 route's last run for the evening. My $1.25 bus ride was well invested. It rescued me from the streets and also allowed me an opportunity to reflect on the first short leg of my journey, 2 hours that I had all but prepared for. Was this really Charleston? Where were the $1-million mansions and the bed and breakfasts and the horse-drawn carriages that I'd seen in photos? Where was the market? Gone with the Wind's producer sure had embellished his portrayal of the southern bourgeoisie. What exactly had I gotten myself into? The ride took 15 minutes, and the driver dropped me off right in front of the shelter. Though dimly lit, the shelter was much more pleasant-looking than the surrounding buildings. To the left of the shelter stood a convenience store barred shut to protect against late-night intruders, while a series of abandoned warehouses stretched to the right. The trash littered throughout the rest of the neighborhood was noticeably absent in and around the shelter's common area. 2 large trees greeted guests to the shelter, and they were surrounded by a yard abounding with bushes and monkey grass. I thought I might have spotted a weed creeping out of the mulch, but I was probably mistaken. Welcoming me at the front door was a large white sign with red and black lettering designating my location. Crisis Ministries, 573 Meeting Street. I rang the doorbell. No answer. I rang again and waited. Still no answer. I knocked gently on the door and steadily increased to a full-force pounding. A lady from across the street yelled that they were closed. Closed? I couldn't even think of a witty response. How could the shelter close? "They stopped taking people at 9. You got to show up at 7:30 if you want to get in." For $10, she said I could stay the night at her place. Once again, an intriguing offer for inexpensive lodging that I quickly refused. On the streets, confrontations were in the open. Behind closed doors, anything could happen and nobody would know. Shortly after I had begun to make myself comfortable on one of the 2 benches outside the shelter door, I spotted someone coming around the corner of the side of the building.